This is a story about a girl eating cheese on her kitchen floor. Her name is Bunty. She's 23 and eating cheese on her kitchen floor. She's lactose intolerant, and yet she's still eating cheese on her kitchen floor.
Did someone say
This will not end well for her, and yet she's still eating cheese on her kitchen floor. Eating cheese on her kitchen floor. Eating cheese on her kitchen floor.
It's been a pretty big day.
He rocks in the treetop all the day long, hopping and a bopping and a singing his song. All the little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' robin. Rockin' robin, what we really gonna rock tonight. Every little swallow,
Sorry, hi Mum, hi. I'm a little bit... Yep, look, can I...
This is Bunty.
Yep. Yeah, maybe. No, I'm not just eating noodles.
Her mum likes to call to ask questions she already knows the answers to.
Yep.
And in return, Bunty sends pictures of herself at 1 a.m. eating cheese. It's a fun game in their relationship. Bunty borrows her housemate's guitar to practice. She does it at night as so not to distract during the busy day.
It's 3 a.m. Go to sleep.
She's been told that her voice carries, which she thinks is an advantage, but others tend to think it's annoying. She used to get in trouble in school assemblies for... Bunty feels like she was always an ingredient short growing up. She thinks that when they were writing down the recipe, they must have tried to use home brand ingredients, and then instead of finding replacements for what they didn't have, they decided just to wing it. At 8, she forged her dad's signature on a Year 3 readathon. She still can't spell because of it. She didn't get in trouble as her dad was impressed by her rigour. Not a lot of 8-year-olds have the creativity or penmanship to pull off forgery. She got her imagination from him. When she was younger, he would tell her that there were fairies living in the holes of tree trunks. She thought with their magical abilities and all, they'd create something more desirable, but she went with it. It got her thinking, if they were living in trees, then who lived under fridges? Maybe it's the ones who didn't quite make the cut. Spent too many nights binging Desperate Housewives. Failed the exam. Had to move in with their parents. Attempted to get into stocks before joining a pyramid scheme. Or maybe they're the ones who did alright in school, but mainly stuck to the arts before trying to get into skincare and then realising they didn't care for skin in the first place. Then had to get a part-time job at Rumble Tumbles and still can't spell the word weird without getting confused between the E and the I, and the fact that if it's I before E except after C, then come to think of it, I think she might be projecting herself on them now. She's sure they're doing fine. Bunty thought about space a lot when she was younger. At least, she says younger. She still thinks about space more than she thinks about herself on Earth. She wants to go to space one day. And recently she's really gotten into horoscopes, so thinks she's on her way. She used to lie on the kitchen floor and imagine herself in different situations. Like hiking Mount Everest. Or on a picnic in Morocco. Or having dinner with rich people, before winning their money in a high-stakes gambling tournament by counting cards and using the element of distraction. Or perhaps, just simply, eating cheese on the kitchen floor, starting to feel slightly ill from dairy. This isn't a bad place to be at all. She quite likes cheese. and the floor.
Eating cheese on her kitchen floor.
Dramatic and
Eating cheese on her kitchen